Good evening, ladies and gents. Thank you for joining us during an England game, as it's already been mentioned in the comments. So for anyone who's actually interested in the England game, I do apologise, but I don't think many people are, especially with the Leeds boys that are in the comments. We've got no England contingent this week due to injuries, so you've probably got as much interest in the England game as I have. I didn't even know they were playing, to be honest with you. But yeah, we just crack on with it as always, boys. So tonight we are down a couple of our usual members, but we have got Matty and Kyle as per. So welcome, guys.
Good evening,
Thank
ladies
you for
and gentlemen.
joining us.
Good evening. Good evening.
Why have you two got no interest in the England game, may I ask?
I'm a glory hunter, I'm a glory hunter for the club, and I'm a glory hunter for the country. And fuck it, I'm not interested in all these silly games.
Who you support in France?
Pogba, yeah. No, I'll be honest. I struggle to watch England outside of a torno. It's got, I really do.
There's the loyal fan for you.
I'm just the truth. I just bored of, yeah.
I'm the same, to be honest. I think it's sort of just oversaturated international football, and I think the only thing I'm really bothered in is international tournaments. Yeah. The qualifiers and that, they just run on forever, and they're such mismatches as well. It's almost not even worth watching. Like games like Andorra, fucking hell, we can even have Tammy Abraham up front and beat them. So yeah, I'm not interested. The only reason I've been watching England recently is because of Calvin and Paddy. So they're not involved. I don't care. But yeah, as we have announced earlier, anyway, lads, on our Twitter account, we do have a special guest joining us tonight.
Celebrity, isn't he?
He's a celebrity, mate. He's actually been not in the same room, but in the same virtual room as Patrick Bamford on the official Leeds United podcast. And he's our big brother in YouTube terms. From across the pond, we've got Lolo. Lolo, we can't hear you.
Shame we can't hear him.
Sorry about that. I had myself muted just in case I said something beforehand. Professional, almost professional over here who forgot to unmute.
That pineapple stuff's kicking in, isn't it? That pineapple stuff's kicked in already.
Had 2 sips, not going well with my coffee. What's going on, guys? Good to finally be on the show. Thank you for finally giving me the chance to make a fool of myself on another show.
We should. This should be off the stoop. This one, as you're not on it.
Yeah. OFF, off the stoop. That's very clever there,
that's it, mate. Yeah. But other than you, like I've just heard from John backstage, other than you ruining our FIFA team, how's things been going, mate?
Things are good, man. New York is getting up and running again like crazy, and my industry, I'm in television and film, so I'm a cameraman and a producer and things like that, so I get hired by different companies, and it's been nuts right now.
Really?
To the point where like I've tried to turn down work and be like, no, my rate is this, and like doubling it so I get them to say no, and they're like, okay, we'll pay. I'm like, oh fuck. Which
what a nice problem to have, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So I've worked more in the past like 3 weeks probably than I have in the past 3 months. Wow. Easily more than I have in the last 3 months.
Wow.
So this international break has been a really well timed, because I just it gave me an excuse to not really to not do all the shows that we do, because we do 4 shows a week. And it gets rough when you're trying to be consistent and doing a consistent show at the same time, the same place, and yeah, it's rough. So I like some of our fans know, I did our Tuesday fantasy show from behind a set on an MTV shoot that I was on. I was literally like on my knees with my laptop on a like folding chair. I grabbed a light and put it on myself. It was like, what's going on, guys? Here's your fantasy picks for this week. I'm on MTV. Yeah, I'm on MTV. I'm on set. And then everybody's like, what's MTV still around? I'm like, yeah, fucking road rules.
Still going, mate.
Yeah, but so it's been crazy, but I've just realized how much I've been leaning on football as the lifeblood, and something, and the show, being able to talk to people every week is such a release and so much fun. Like happy hour, Terry, you were there on Friday. Isn't that just
man.
like,
it's
it's
awesome.
like being at the bar, right?
It actually is. It's weird. You wouldn't think it would sort of, you'd be able to have the same sort of banter and the same camaraderie with a group on a screen, but everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's drunk. Everyone's chatting shit. And it's fucking great. Yeah, I
and
love
you're
it,
trying to get a word in, but like I felt like this Friday especially that I needed it, especially because there was no football to look forward to. So the week was long and rough. My daughter started school, so we're dealing with that and back and forth, and I was just like so happy, and I was like, okay, we're here, happy hour. What are we talking about? It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter.
To be fair, mate, we're a little bit in the same position here tonight because obviously we usually break down the games and talk about what's gone past in the previous week, but we've got none of that, and we're just sort of gonna touch on the whole Newcastle situation, and then we're gonna move on to our predictions for the upcoming game. Mr. Tom did actually throw a comment.
I love it. He kills me. Oh,
love that. He did throw a comment in, and I wanted to bring it back up for you, Lolo, about America International losing to Panama. Where do you sit on international football? Because I know you're massive into the Premier League and Arsenal, and obviously Leeds is your second team. And where do you sit on international football? Are you sort of all in on that, or are you not as bothered? Did you sort of grow up with international football? Or?
Well, what's funny is international football is what got me into football.
Oh, really?
Way back, because we didn't, like, if you didn't have a club, all I knew was every 4 years the World Cup was here, and it was everywhere, and it was so much fun. Even when the US like crapped out, it was, just seeing the best people in the world at one thing, and this one's better than that one, and they're all just incredible to watch. And I think that was like at the very beginning of the Messi and Ronaldo. So it was like, look at this 18-year-old, 20-year-old or something like that. And I'm a little bit older than that, going like, wait, I could have gone to high school with this dude, and this dude's fucking amazing. Like, this is crazy. But I'm not sure who was saying it, either Kyle or Matt, because I was tweeting out while y'all were doing the intro. But one of y'all was saying that you're not really bothered by all the friendlies and shit like that. That was you, Kyle. I'm kind of in that boat where it's a little easier for y'all because y'all know you will qualify.
Yeah.
And the US is like dicking around, and you're like, y'all remember what happened last time, right? Like we didn't make it. So stop it. So I'm a bit like that. Now that the US is getting a bit more competitive, I would say, with players all over the world now, with your Weston McKennies, your Pulisic, your Gio Reyna, and then this guy Pepe. I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy Pepe. He came in the other night and scored 2 goals for the win.
What club does he play for? Can't say.
FC Dallas.
FC Dallas. Okay.
But he's 18. He's 18, and he's from my hometown. So all of a sudden, I've started watching a bit more of that, and like he's from the same academy that my cousin's kids play for. So she's like, maybe we can get him to call into the show, and I'm like, oh, okay. You should probably call into this show, not my show.
Like, he's not old enough.
Yeah, I was like, get him to sign a waiver. But I would say overall, I watch it because I need something to watch. So the 3 teams I support: the U.S., Mexico, and Spain. Spain for my wife, Mexico and the U.S. for my family and where I'm from. So, and Mexico is a lot more interesting to me right now. I think they're always this team that people kind of forget about, but they're solid. They're
always have a little bit. little bit of a soft spot for Mexico. I always find that they're quite entertaining team to watch. They always always have been, and they've always got great kits as well.
Yeah, the zigzag that they had, that
kits, man.
And don't forget, people are always talking about the biggest leagues in the world, and yes, the Premier League, the La Liga, Bundesliga, I would say are three of the three top ones. But Mexico has more fan base than Bundesliga and makes more money than La Liga. So like, you can't forget about it's their crowd. Like these other leagues are viewed by everyone, but Mexico has Liga MX is huge, and the money is incredible there. So
I didn't know that.
It's weird that most of the Mexican team isn't all like Premier League players. You have Raul Jimenez, but
well, I'm surprised Lozano's never come over here. Actually, I always thought he'd be
because they don't have to. They're gods. They're gods in Mexico, and then they're competitive in all the world competitions and even the continental competitions. So
didn't he move to Holland though, that Lozano? He's gone. He has come to Europe, hasn't he?
PSV. Did he not go to Europe?
He went somewhere there, I'm sure.
He's Napoli, isn't he?
Is it PSV?
He probably has gone Napoli now. He's gone Italy now. Yeah, I think he has. You're right.
I'm sure he was at PSV before.
Yeah,
even what about Memo Ochoa, the keeper?
Yeah,
y'all remember?
Keeper.
Yeah,
he kept Mexico in the competition the past two World Cups or the past two or three major competitions.
He was phenomenal.
He's incredible.
Yeah,
he's incredible. Why is he not? I don't even know where he plays.
He did. I think he played in Spain. I'm sure he played for a Spanish team at one point, but it wasn't sort of one of the big teams. And again, he's another one. You see him perform in the World Cup, you think, fucking hell, he should be playing for Barcelona or Real Madrid, or not so much now because Barcelona is shit. But
probably
walk into their team now.
Mad to think that you'd even say that in a sentence.
It is honestly
2 years back.
That fall from grace is something I don't think I've ever seen before in my life.
But this is the thing. If you're playing, you're fighting fire with fire on the money front. Like, how do you get to a point where a footballing institution like them gets like nearly £1 billion in debt? Like, how is that even possible? They've been shockingly managed from the boardroom down. Like, I mean, that's a joke, isn't it? Really?
They must have known what's coming.
Yeah, of course. Apparently, so I read somewhere that if they were a PLC, they would have been dissolved. They wouldn't even be in existence. I mean,
that's insane, isn't it? To think of that, an organisation that's so big.
Yeah, and as
they could just be out of business.
Had in the years gone by, like some of the best players the world has ever seen.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But every single one of our clubs has basically done nearly the same thing. Like our clubs are in debt out of their ass, and like your club got fucking sent down to Sunday League or something.
Yeah, but they weren't at the level that Barca are at, were they? Really, they weren't dominating world football. Yeah. That's they're
according to Leeds fans, they were.
We're dominating world football now, mate. Have you seen Rafinha? He's Brazil's best player.
Oh my God! Yesterday I was like, who is the most informed player in the world right now? It's either Salah or Benzema. Everyone in the fucking comments, Rafinha. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That's the fucking Calvin Phillips.
That's the lead goggles on there, Lolo, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was like, Rafinha has been the best. He hasn't even been the best player for Leeds. He hasn't been his top self. I think Meslier is the best player for Leeds right now.
Yeah, he's good.
You guys would have 0 points.
To be fair, though, I don't know if any of you have seen his performances for Brazil and the 2 games that he's come on as a substitute.
I know he scored. I heard about that. I haven't seen it.
He set one up, didn't he? Or
he got like 2
He
assists.
set 3 up.
3.
Oh, wow.
He set 3 up coming on as a sub in the first game, and then in the second game against Colombia, I think he only come on for like something like 28 minutes, and I think he got man of the match on Brazil's poll online.
Who were they playing? Who were they playing when he set up 3 though?
Venezuela.
It's a bit like Leeds playing against Watford, and you saying Dan James played well.
They were 1-0 down when he come on. He come on at 10 minutes into the second half of them losing 1-0, and they won 3-1. So,
It's funny,
all of the Brazilian outlets and all of the fan groups and that have been calling for Rafinha and Anthony, the guy who plays for Ajax, to be like their starting wingers because they've both been tearing it up.
Football Manager wonder kid, that guy. Oh, Anthony.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Known him for a few years now.
He's a wicked player.
Like he knows him personally. Yeah, known him for a few
years. I've signed him 4 times. How well do you need to get to know someone?
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah.
You've watched him grow up. He's 35 in your game now.
Carl had him at Lillyshaw in 98.
Yeah, exactly. But moving on to the big news of the football world at the moment, and it's the takeover of Newcastle United, which has been on the cards for God knows how long. And the Saudis have finally come through with their money. They've dotted the I's and crossed the T's that the Premier League wanted doing. They've got it over the line, and they're fronted by the superstar from that film White Chicks, Amanda Staveley.
Well, I thought it was Caitlyn Jenner when I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Looks like she's got was a jigsaw puzzle, and they put different pieces of her face together and stuck it on. Like
one eye's looking at you, and one eye's looking for you. It's like it's a weird eye, like it'll go all over the place.
It's just stank eye.
Looks like she's waiting for a bus. Like, yeah, it's weird. Completely weird.
But yeah, so that is obviously massive. Like Matty, I think you run through before we recorded, you run through the value that they're worth now. What was it compared to City?
So yeah, when I read a news article, I don't know how accurate it is because obviously different publications you read different things, but like to put it into context, they're saying that the Man City owner is worth like 23 billion and this consortium is worth over 700 billion. I mean, it's not even the gulf is just massive. But it'd be interesting to see.
I like that. GULF, nice.
Yeah, and all that carry on. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out because we were just quickly talking about it off air, like how quick City done it from being virtually a club just going along to having kaboom, like massive money. But it's just going to be interesting. The journey is going to be interesting, even if you're not a Newcastle fan. Like, who are they going to sign first? What type of players are they going to be able to attract? Blah, blah, blah. How many players are going to be there that are already there? I can't really see many of them being there, to be honest.
St Maxim to stay, I think.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's the only.
I think Longstaff probably will because he's a homegrown. He might. I don't think he's good enough.
The Saudis won't give a fuck about that.
Nah,
they don't care for homegrown.
Yeah, he's gone.
See you later, mate.
Be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see.
And it's going to take years, but this ain't going to be a quick little thing for them. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, obviously, according to all the press outlets and that are coming out at the moment, the first thing they're going to be doing is getting rid of your man, Steve Bruce. So
absolute liberty.
It is a liberty. To be fair, look, if I'm in their position, I'd keep hold of him.
Why not give him a year? A year.
Yeah, I'd give him till the end of the season, and I'd say, look, Steve, you just keep us up. Whatever we need in January, like whoever you need, we'll bring in, and then at the end of the year, we'll sit down and we'll talk, see where we're at. If he goes on and does a fucking good job, then result. If he just keeps you up by the skin of your teeth, you go, right, look, we're going to be moving in a new direction, bring in whoever, and we go from there.
But imagine that he's getting like an 8 million quid payoff, and to them, it's like me giving you 8 quid. Like,
it's nothing.
Peanut money for them.
Pat on the back, isn't it?
Cheers, Steve. Thanks for your efforts. Bye.
Like the position they're in, their priority this year is staying up because if they're not careful, they will be the richest club in the Championship.
I was just about to say, can you imagine if they got relegated? That would be unbelievably funny.
They've only got 3 points so far, yeah. They're sitting in 19th position and they're run until the new year. Bearing in mind, they're not going to be able to bring anyone in until January. Exactly, they're run until the new year. They've got Tottenham, Palace, Chelsea, Brighton, Brentford, Arsenal. And then these are the only 2 games I can see them getting any points for. Norwich and Burnley at home. And then run up to the new year, Leicester, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Everton.
Shit. Yeah, that is.
By the turn of the new year.
Potentially like under like 5 points from all of them games.
Do you know what I mean?
If that,
they could be adrift at this rate. Yeah. And then what? Who are you going to attract? Like, do you know what I mean? But like touching on the fact that Bruce looks to be going, we've got a little graphic of the the odds for the manager.
Hello.
Have I froze or is Tel froze?
Tells
I think
froze.
it's Terry.
All right. I was going to say.
All right, we got 5-2 odds that Terry comes back and has a clue what we're talking about.
he's doing the old Amanda Stabler. His eyes are all frozen like that. What are
I'm back, boys. I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, so these are the current odds of who Newcastle are going to be looking at to bringing in.
And who did these odds, by the way?
This is the current odds with Betfair.
Okay.
Obviously, other betting companies are available.
They're
these are the odds as it stands with Betfair.
They're 100% going to go for a name. It's not anyone who's not a name on that list is it's not happening. I don't think.
Who do you all see? Like Lolo, who would you think they'll be bringing in? Who do you think would they want, and who do you think would accept it out of that list?
I think it's so stupid. They should give Bruce a shot. Let him fuck it up. But has Steve Bruce ever had money?
No.
I don't know his history as a manager as well.
No.
So he's kept a shitty team afloat for a while. Why not see if he can keep you afloat till January and then give him some?
It's not going to happen. They're already talking about media. Already talking about they're getting rid of him on fucking next Monday or whatever it is. He's off. He's gone, mate.
So I would say if they really wanted to do some damage very soon, Conte would come in because he loves to spend money, flip a club, and then he's one of these TLC shows of house flippers, where he's like, and this club, I'm gonna come in and take this wall out, and here's a kitchen island and a fucking step-in tub, and then he leaves and he flips it and he's done. But knowing these Saudis, they like a little bit of a history, and I see it going to Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah, I think so.
Because to them, it's a clout thing. It's a clout thing. It's about attitude. It's about bravado and Real Madrid, check this out.
Do you think they'll re-sign Santiago Muniz once this goes through?
No, Zidane would be a player manager, I think.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd start Zidane in that Newcastle team.
I think Zidane would be, because the thing is with Zidane, I think, listen, he's going to have loads of money, and it'd be a statement from Newcastle owners. Can you imagine going from Steve Bruce to Zidane?
Yeah,
with what he's done.
Yeah.
I'd actually love to see that.
Yeah, but I can't see Zidane coming in until January. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're going to.
That's the thing.
Is he going to come in and deal with the shit before he gets the money? Do you know, I don't know.
Or they hire him now, but they leave Steve Bruce there. Let Steve Bruce have until January, and let Zidane sort of slowly back. I don't think things happen that way, but
yeah,
you never. Well, look, rumors have come out that apparently they're going to be giving whoever the manager is 190 million to spend in January, and that will fall within financial fair play because they haven't spent any money in the last however long. So they're allowed.
That's why.
Yeah, they're allowed to spend 190 in January. So that's going to be a bit of a.
So what, they can get two players?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That fucking Jack Grealish was sold for 100 million. Now you have fucking Almiron thinking he's worth 70.
Yeah.
But he's got a private trailer at the ground, so he's important now. He has to quarantine. They built him some private trailer so he can stay.
Wait, built who? Grealish.
Oh shit! No, Almiron.
Have they?
Oh, Almiron.
Yeah, he was playing I'm presuming for his nation. Where is he from?
Paraguay.
He's from Paraguay.
And they built him some special trailer so he can quarantine in there, outside.
He's got a caravan.
I don't know. That's fucking weird.
Caravan
with no fucking wheels.
The thing is, as well, if you're there. This has got to be a transitional thing with the players you're going to be bringing in. So for me, I mentioned it on the Stoop, actually, on Happy Hour on Friday, you've got to be going down.
I don't
down
remember
the likes
that.
of your Wilf Zahas, your Jesse Lingards, people like that aren't
proven
that are either
Premier League players
that aren't playing regularly, or that are very good players that are playing in sort of lower to mid half teams in the division.
Ward-Prowse for me as well. I think it'd be a great signing for him.
That'd be a magnificent signing.
There was a little rumour, I've seen it floating about, that they want to raid United for like Bailly, Martial, Van der Beek. I think Van der Beek would be a good signing for them.
They'd all be good signings.
And Lingard, it takes them to that next level for me.
Yeah, I mean, they're better than what they've got.
How much, personally, for me, I'd want 100 million plus for them 4 players.
But that's fuck all to them. If they go and get all of them in January, then players would all be happy because they're part of a movement. They're going to be getting a shed load of money in contracts, and it's a good move.
Probably double, or you know what I mean, easy.
I mean, what about even Pogba, who goes out of contract at the end of the season, right?
I just
He's
think
the
it's
sort
a
of
bit
bloke
too
that would
soon.
sign for 800 grand a week. Absolutely.
Do you reckon? I don't reckon he would. Not for any money. I can't see him going.
I'm just saying, are they going to re-sign him? Are they going to re-sign him?
Oh, United, you mean? Or
yeah.
Oh, who knows?
Otherwise, he goes for free. You know.
Is he out of contract at the end of this season?
This season, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So he could.
Pogba might be moving somewhere in January, or they're going to work out contracts with him.
Well, the other thing is he can speak to other clubs in January and sort out a contract.
I'd like to think it'd be done by Jan. I think if it's going to be done, it's going to be done by Jan.
Agreed. Because otherwise, it's competition.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just the thing is
Newcastle could go give you treble what Man United have offered you.
It's probably about what is he on? 350, 400 grand a week now, right? And he wants more. I mean, how do you want? Why do you need more than 400 grand a week?
I mean,
there's a club that can pay it now.
what sort of money must he be worth already? Like
exactly
in his career, he must have earned an absolute fucking fortune.
If you earn 350 grand a week and you're asking for more, you need an accountant. Yeah. Like that's what you need. You don't need more money. You need somebody to say you're blowing your shit. Like
you've got enough. You have enough.
Just stop pissing. How do I make it on like $2 grand a month? And you're like on fucking 350 a week, and you need more?
It's ridiculous, isn't it? They're so fucking.
You got too many fucking hanger-ons.
His haircut alone is probably about $1 grand a month.
Yeah,
like, that's
it's you know what you need is some soap then.
8-star barbers, yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's just mad. I just think fucking 350 grand plus a week. There should be a salary cap in football. I don't care who there is. There should be something to come in. There should be
tiers far now, hasn't it?
Because
like,
it's not going to happen now.
I don't see it happen. Yeah, it's going to take something silly now, isn't it, to stop that? Yeah, it's not going to go backwards ever, is it?
Well, no, but where does it stop?
Yeah, well, this is it, isn't it? I don't see it stopping.
It's not gone to now. Like
it's a business.
And if it did, how fuming would Newcastle be?
Yeah. Cheers. Let's cap in now when we've got a few quid.
Yeah, Bandy, you're right. It's it does seem that way. It's just greed, isn't it? But
more money, more problems, Bandy. Eh?
That's exactly right, mate. It's a difficult one, really, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This ride that Newcastle are going to go on, and like Matty, like you said again before we started recording, it might go horribly wrong. Who's to say that just because these lot have got a shed load of money that they know what to do with it, and they're not going to get bored if it starts going wrong?
The right players as well for them, not just a name. You could have some big name that turns up there for 600 grand a week and he's absolutely fucking shit and's got no motivation, but he's getting weighed in 600 grand a week. So
again, it could happen. You could just get a load of mercenaries rock up and it not go well.
I mean, that's what United is doing right now.
Oi.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're like,
right. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you guys, if I played for Man United last season, I would be furious at what happened over the offseason because y'all were actually coming together as a team and winning hard-fought matches and, you know, using substitutions in a better way. And so it's like, come on, we got this. We're moving forward. Okay, Jadon Sancho. Okay, yeah, maybe. Sorry, Donnie, you're not playing again this year. And then it's like, Ronaldo comes in and I just think like what a slap in the face of like you think you guys needed Ronaldo? No,
I don't. And I said in our
I don't
one,
think you needed Jadon Sancho.
We've had this conversation before about United.
I just think we've been after Jadon Sancho for so long now. I think that was quite a bit of an inevitable transfer. But Ronaldo, I didn't really want. I didn't think we need. At the end of the day, it sounds a bit funny.
Kyle,
I prefer Cavani.
Kyle,
I really do.
Kyle, it's a marketing ploy. Apparently, Man United shares went through the absolute roof when Ronaldo re-signed. Those Glazers ain't fucking idiots. They've been taking all the profit out of the club for years. Signing him makes it look like, oh, we're doing something worthwhile here. We're doing something that contributed, etc., because they know off the back of him for a couple of years.
I think we're paying it over 5 years as well. His fee. I think he's only like £3.8 million a year. Or I read somewhere it's like we're paying it over 5 years. I mean, what's that? There's nothing, is it?
No.
The other thing in football terms. It was to stop City getting him, wasn't it? Really?
Oh yeah,
You didn't want all of the benefits of Ronaldo going to them.
Yeah, which there are.
I don't think he'd have gone anyway.
He could be at Newcastle. He could be at Newcastle next year, mate. If it all goes wrong and he has a row with Ollie.
As long as I get a straight swap for Joe Linton, I'm happy. So when I sign.
He's got to be the first player they're fucking putting on that transfer list, surely.
Let me ask you, Kyle, how long before Jesse Lingard seems to be fantastic every time he comes on?
He's a good footballer.
How much longer before he has to start?
I would have started him a couple of games ago. I think, like literally, he's more than deserved his chance. But the problem is he's never gonna get ahead of Bruno in that 10. Never. And I don't.
But is he a 10 or is he a winger?
I think he can play in a lot of positions.
He can play, but again, Ollie's favouring this Greenwood right, Ronaldo, probably Sancho or something. But then again, Sancho's not been playing too well, so you probably could. Has he? Is that from tonight? Is it? But yeah, I mean, I just think he's a fringe player for us, which is
fringe. No pun intended.
He deserves a chance.
He's a player.
But yeah, I'd like to see him play. I would like to see him play.
Have you not seen the article that come out today from Man United about Lingard? Because I think he's out of contract soon as well.
Yeah.
And they've put an offer on the table for him, which he's just left on the table, hasn't agreed to as yet. And they said if he doesn't agree to it, they're willing to let him go in January for 15 mil.
Do you know what? As much as I don't go a bundle on him personally, I would have him at Arsenal, to be honest.
I think a lot of people would, especially for that money. 15 mil.
It's nothing, is it? No.
He's a good footballer, and he's played at top level for a top club. Did really well at West Ham. He's shown what he's all about when he's been picked to start games. Yeah,
I think he's got better. You just never know.
It's a good deal.
The thing is, I think with Rashford coming back now, it just pushes him further beyond the pecking order in a lot of positions. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? I think he's.
I totally forgot about Rashford.
On the wing now, you're gonna play probably Rashford, Sancho, Greenwood. They're gonna get miles ahead of him on the wing. He's never getting ahead of Bruno. He just ain't. So
he's going to leave, and it's a matter of time.
See where he fits in. Yeah.
He goes in January. It's just who are going to be the suitors. And to be totally honest with you, I think it's going to be Newcastle.
Yeah. I can see that.
He's perfect for him.
But they've already they've just signed Joe Willock. Where's he going? Back to Arsenal or what?
Yeah,
knowing Arsenal, they could probably go and buy him back for double what they sold him.
Yeah, well, possibly,
We'll be back to Oxlade-Chamberlain, Francis Coquelin, fucking Bellerin will come back.
Bellerin's not going nowhere.
There's rumours of Ox going back, isn't there? Because he wants to leave Liverpool for more football.
He is the most injury-prone footballer I think I've ever fucking come across. That would be a crime.
You'd have to loan him.
He's such a talent. He's such a talent.
They could come in and nick Saka and Smith Rowe if you boys ain't careful. Fucking
who knows?
It's true.
Yeah.
Like
to be honest, even look, I'm would hate this, but if I'm them, I'm looking to raid us for a few players here as well. I would genuinely be looking at Phillips and Rafinha if I'm Newcastle.
Meslier.
Meslier. I'd be looking at all three of them. What? And even Bamford. Why wouldn't you? Go all four of them.
It'd be interesting to see, like, as I said, the way it unfolds is going to be fascinating, really, because obviously them potentially being a top 4 club, or is inevitably being a top 4 club, that also pushes one of the others down the pecking order, which means that could totally, as we found out, it can totally destabilize your club, and you're not ending up in Europe. You've got less money, maybe attracting a lesser player. Like the whole dynamics change. So I'm interested to see where it goes.
Because, like I've said, they've got to go for players that aren't yet playing in Europe. Especially, they might be playing for a club that's in Europe, but they're not getting regular football or something like that. So because if you're going for people that are already there, they're going to want to go for other Champions League clubs or Europa League clubs or whatever. So them Leeds players, like I've said, like I'd be sick as a pig if it happened. But none of them are playing football in Europe. Most of them are now fully fledged internationals. And they're going in the direction of, look, they're going to want European football soon. Leeds are going to have to start sort of getting up there in the next year or so in order to keep hold of some of these players. If I'm Newcastle, I'd be fucking throwing money at Leeds to get some of these guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If imagine they turn around and then they, for example, they come in on a Monday morning and there's a bid there for Rafinha for 80 to 100 million. Are Leeds really going to say no to that?
You've got to take it.
Let's be honest. As much as you're Leeds through and through, everyone's got a price, and Leeds could rebuild their team with selling Rafinha or Calvin Phillips.
100%.
So,
and look, as much as some of us are going to hate to hear it, and that's our model, mate. We're following the Leicester model. Yeah. Leicester have done it continuously over the past few years. Your Harry Maguires, they sell them on. Your Riyad Mahrez, your Danny Drinkwater, your N'Golo Kante. They went and won a Premier League with him lot, and then sold them all and rebuilt.
Yeah,
do you know they're in a financial
position for half the price, probably. Yeah,
yeah, and
they've been top. They've been in Europe ever since.
Yeah,
like they may not have won the league since, but they went from the championship 2 years later, winning the Premier League, and then never being out of Europe until probably this year.
Yeah, they're struggling now. They're struggling a bit now, aren't they? Yeah.
Their away form is better than their home form. Their home form is dreadful. They've lost like 9 out of 13 or something like that. That's
cheers, Matty. We've got them away on fucking Saturday. Cheers, mate.
Even
I'd love to see them beat me, to be fair. That'll do me.
Even their future looks bright now. Like you got the likes of Tielemans. He's still only young. You've got
He'll be off in the next year, I would say.
I wouldn't mind if we lost Pogba. I wouldn't mind replacing him with Tielemans.
But he's another one. He'll be the next one Leicester cash in on. He'll go for 80 million, for example, and then they'll bring in another.
He's their, in my eyes, he's their prized asset because Vardy's coming towards the end of his career. You got to look around the team and think who could they sell to kind of then buy the next 3 players that they're looking to buy.
Mark Albright.
Do you think they're kicking themselves for not selling Maddison? Because
I don't even as an Arsenal fan, I'm not entirely over the moon with the whole Odegaard thing. I don't think he done that much on loan to justify we must get him. But then again, I wouldn't have wanted to have paid 80 million for James Maddison. So
Newcastle will though. Again, it'd be a good move for them.
This is it. Yeah, this is it. But let's give Odegaard to the rest of the season and see what happens.
Fofana. I forgot about Wesley Fofana.
That's a shout.
What a shout.
Yeah, but James Justin, Soyuncu, they're full of talent. Albrighton.
But they've got a lot of good young. But again, these are the sort of players. Why would
Did they get Damari Gray or was that Everton?
Everton.
We've already spoke about that. It's got to be the double signing of the fucking century for the money that they pay. Damari Gray and Townsend are on fire. Absolute fire. I'm happy for both of them, to be fair.
Yeah, me too.
But sorry, Matt. Back to that. Like I said, we're following that Leicester mould. So we only signed Rafinha a year ago, for 17 million. If anyone comes in,
absolute bargain.
We've made an absolute fortune on him already. If someone tried buying him today,
you're at least quadrupling your money Maybe
easily
your money, easy. Yeah.
And like I think when he goes, because I think it's inevitable that he goes
at some point. Yeah, maybe not now.
Probably in the next year or so, if I'm honest.
Especially now he's playing for Brazil. It just, I don't know.
It's like
the process.
It's inevitable that it happens. Yeah, it's
sad.
And
I think he'll go to a mega club as well, mate. I can see him going to like a Real Madrid, like a club of that sort of stature. Maybe even like someone like them, or even the PSG. Even it wouldn't surprise me, because I think he is going to be the next sort of Brazilian superstar. I really do. The guy is supremely talented. He's only 24 years old. Do you know what I mean? And if someone comes in for like you said, 70, 80 million for him, as much as I hate to say it, they're going to accept it.
Yeah,
and then
you'd have to accept that.
You've got to. Probably is a signing top players. They want assurances about the management of the team, but Bielsa's flying by. Well, yeah, that is true as well. It's Yes, it's going to be hard for us to keep some of these guys over the next 2 years. I think we've probably got 2 years left of Phillips, Meslier, and Rafinha at maximum.
I think you can keep Phillips. I don't think you keep Rafinha if you don't get top 6 this year, or even top 7.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think he might stay for at least a couple of seasons.
I think we'll have Rafinha till the end of this year, and then till January the following year. And if
get that badge out of my square, not that one.
And if in the January the following year we're not in a position where we're pushing top 6, he's going to be going.
Yeah.
But again, it all depends. Like Matt said, if Newcastle come in fucking January with 80 million for Rafinha, he's gone.
100% he's gone.
Like, it will kill me, but he will be gone. That's the business we're going to be doing. But yeah, it's going to be fucking heartbreaking if they do raid us. I'd rather them raid one of your clubs, but they'd probably raid us and Arsenal, wouldn't they, Lolo?
Well, Arsenal's done a good job of hiding how talented we are by playing shitty. So we've been like, whoa, wait till the window closes.
Yeah,
all right, now we can start playing. Now we can start playing.
Yeah, we fixed the problem at the back, but I can't believe this as an Arsenal fan. I'm saying this going forward. Fuck me, we need some fucking reinforcements. Aubameyang against Brighton was fucking dreadful.
Well, to me,
he was shit.
The right choice for that match.
Is off. He's already basically said he's not renewing his contract, so we need at least
Newcastle.
2 forwards.
Again, is he a freebie next year as well?
Yeah, he's out of contract. They've
not even got to pay money for him.
That's what I'm saying. And they could imagine him going there on a free. The fucking wedge that he would be on.
Jesus.
Stupid though. Yeah. Cheers, John. Stupid, Joe. Stupid though, mate. Stupid. But yeah, we've got a real problem going forward at the minute, mate. Something doesn't click at all.
Yeah.
It's weird. We've never ever struggled to score goals. We fucking let enough of them in. But now the back looks like decent. The back 5 pretty much picks itself.
Yeah, always. I'm always shocked that with the pace of Pepe and Aubameyang, and that we're never like over the top with any, like, even when a ball goes over the top, they catch up. The defenses always catch up with us. We're never blowing past anybody. When I'm like, fucking Pepe is so fast. How?
Yeah, he's rapid.
It's just strange.
He gets caught. He gets caught every time.
I think he lacks a bit of bottle and conviction of Aubameyang. It's like he puts the afterburners on, thinks I can't get it and I'm going to stop. And it's not wholehearted. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it look like I'm trying really hard, but really I'm not trying as hard as I should. You know what I'm saying? But we've got great talent on the wings, but we're in the middle. We've got a problem. It's just it's weird.
On Soren's comment now, I do agree, but like I said, it's just, I think money talks, and I think if a club comes in with mega money, like Newcastle potentially could.
It's like the Wijnaldum situation.
Not in January. Yes. I don't think Rafinha will go this, regardless of the money. I don't think it'll go.
Not in January. Maybe
in January,
at the end of the season, but not in January.
No.
I wouldn't have thought so.
How much the bid is?
What's that?
Depends how much the bid is.
But that's the thing. Like I said, if like you were saying, Matty, if they throw 80 million as a bid in January,
if I was Newcastle, he would be one of the top players on my list that I'd be looking to nick. 100%.
Yeah,
I just think that, you know what? I think they need to sort out the defence first. I really do. I think if they can get
the thing is, it's going to be like DIY.
It'd be an improvement on them. If they got Tarkovsky and Bailly, that's better than what they've got now.
Much better.
Yeah, it is. To be fair, Carl, me and you have been better than what they've got now.
Now we're has-beens, mate. I'll tell you what, I'm getting worse and worse every week on the Sunday.
You attack it, Jonesy. I'll mop up, yeah. But let's just touch on our predictions for the weekend's games, boys.
Well, this week.
So yeah, obviously, like we normally would go over our previous predictions, but this week was
Arsenal don't play this weekend.
Well, Monday.
Arsenal play. How the fuck do we get an international break and then we play on Monday and then Friday?
To be honest, I wish we played on Monday because then Rafinha would be able to play.
No, they're like Arsenal. Let's just rub it in that Arsenal isn't in Europe. Playing in Europe, they can play Friday and Monday because they're not busy during the week. Fuck you.
They're fucking not, that's for sure.
Oh god.
So the first game, like we'll do it in the order we've got on the screen there. The first game up is Watford versus Liverpool. Obviously, Greg and Dave aren't on tonight, but I'll ask Lolo for his predictions as well. So Lolo,
I'm going to the real toilet.
Actually, Lolo, you can kick us off.
All right. So
what do you think? Watford-Liverpool.
Watford-Liverpool. The last time these two teams met, Liverpool was all Arsenal fans in the world fell in love with Ismail Sarr for beating the shit out of Liverpool and ending their invincible run, and they became quite vincible. Liverpool were destroying everybody. Watford went on to be relegated, but they had that win. And Elton John was writing songs about Sarr, you know. It was but so I see this. Somebody said 3-0 for Liverpool. I see Liverpool getting 3, but I think Watford gets 1 and maybe the first one just to be like, oh shit, it's happening again. And then Liverpool goes, no, it's not.
Sit down.
And
so I say 1-3.
1-3. Jonesy.
4-0.
What to Watford?
Sorry, 0-4.
Oh God, Matty, what's your call, mate?
I think they'll get some moody penalty, Watford or something, and they'll score the penalty. I think 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 to Liverpool, same as Lolo. I am gonna, to be honest, after seeing Watford at Ellen Road a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, they didn't look very good. Obviously, the manager's now left, so it could be a completely different team that show up. Bearing that in mind, I'm going to go with 3-0 to Liverpool.
I was going to go that.
Yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool for me.
Which means it's probably going to end up like a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
Because we all said
1-0,
3 or more.
1-0 to Watford.
Yeah.
1-0 to Watford, yeah. That's what Scott just said. What's up, Scott?
Oh, there we go, yeah.
And meanwhile, back on the other toilet.
Back
in the toilet shit.
Yeah, to be fair, Scott, you could be right with that, mate.
Meanwhile, back on the other. I mean, who was it that said? I can't remember. Twitter on the shit out with Matthew.
That's the one. Comment of the season, mate.
I might just have to do an episode like that. You never know. If the fans demand it, then what can you do?
Bring bog roll with you then on the next one, Matt. You just put some bog roll on the side.
Yeah, I'll leave it on the side.
Off the back of that, I was just thinking, who Watford have brought in? They've brought Ranieri, haven't they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Claudio Ranieri's their new manager, so
they're definitely going to beat Liverpool.
That's still going to be shit. I might get one. I might have gone a bit over the top.
I'm changing mine. But... I'm gonna go 2-1 to Liverpool. I'm gonna change it.
All right, I'll change mine then. 3-1. 3-1. No, I'm going 4-0. Leave mine 4-0.
What is this? Come on.
I've changed.
One week of Claudio Ranieri changes your opinion. No.
Yeah, I love it, man.
They are who they are.
Yeah, that's shit.
He won the league with Leicester. The man can do bits.
Yeah.
Next game up is the only one that really matters. Is Southampton versus Leeds. Bearing in mind, it's a Southampton without James Ward-Prowse, and it's a Leeds United more than likely without Rafinha. So I don't know if that's going to sway your predictions in any way. But Lolo, you can start us off again, mate.
This one is going to be a fantastically boring match. Sorry, it's going to be 0-0. Southampton is very good at drawing with teams this season and looking like they're going to do very well and not doing shit. And Leeds United, same way, they're going to have a bunch of opportunities and just nothing's going to fall. And Meslier will be man of the match because he will keep that 1 point because they will have more shots on target than Leeds United will. 0-0.
That's a brave call. Brave call, Lolo.
Analysis there, Lolo.
That's going to be 5-5 now, isn't it? Now he said that.
And it might seem like I've thought about these beforehand, but nope, straight off the dome. That's what's happening.
I'm the same, Bandy. Don't worry about that. I hate predicting on our games, but yeah, it's brutal. As you can probably tell by the points that I've got this season, we've got the table somewhere, but yeah, I'm rock bottom. Next up, Jonesy.
Yeah, I'm
1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
I actually think, again, your favourites, but again, what Lolo said, I think Southampton, yeah, they could have something about them. I mean, yeah, 1-1. Could be 2-2, but I fancy a draw, whatever the way. Score draw.
Southampton are going to draw their way out of relegation this season.
Just draw every game.
Yeah, basically.
They get 38 points and stay up.
Yeah.
Boyle.
This is a tough game to pull, to be fair. And more often than not, when I've backed a Leeds win, they've fucking lost.
Yeah, but that's why I quit.
I think Leeds might. Ward-Prowse is so instrumental to the way that they play. Him not playing, I think, absolutely kills them, to be fair. I'm going to go 1-0 Leeds.
1-0.
Please don't be regretting this, please. Because every time I fucking back Leeds, they lose.
Yeah.
Or no, the Watford game, I had that Leeds win. But yeah, I think Leeds will win 1-0.
1-0, right. I think it'll be very similar score, but I'm going to go with 2. I think we'll score, break down their defence in the first half. I think they're going to be much, much weaker without Ward-Prowse playing. He's like you said, he's instrumental. Everything goes through him. All like Scott said in the comment, all the set pieces, everything. It's all about Ward-Prowse, and we've given them a good hiding a couple of times last season, and I think we're going to have their number again. I think it might be a bit nervy at the start, though, but I'm going to go 2-0, comfortable win for Leeds. Next up, Kyle, we have your boys. Leicester versus Man United. It's a tough game, mate. But Lolo, we'll ask you for your prediction first, as we always have. So,
yeah.
How many do you reckon the Scum are going to lose by, mate?
3.
Ooh!
There's a very strong possibility that United will be without Varane and without Maguire.
Yeah, but Varane's out for a few weeks, isn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently.
So
really?
And Maguire is looking iffy as well. So losing Varane is one thing, but losing Maguire, as much as I hate that slab head, he's a fucking beast of a captain. You guys know, you see what he does for England. And Jamie Vardy, Jamie Vardy has just been sitting there drinking Red Bull, smoking cigarettes, listening to everybody talk about Ronaldo and Lukaku, and he's going to win the Golden Boot. Just watch. He's going to slowly, every single match, 1 goal, maybe 2. How about an own goal? Fuck it, it counts. You know, like he had a hat trick last week. If you count the own goal,
He did.
Just chip away at it.
You
But,
do
like-
know he's gonna do what Townsend done as well, didn't you? He's gonna do it.
he's gonna do.
That's the most Vardy thing ever. But saying that, do you think he will now, or is Townsend sort of stole his thunder?
It's too copycatty now, and it's like, oh yeah, all right.
So, but I think, look, Man United have been giving up goals with them. So without them, who do you have? Like, who? What is those dudes' name? I don't even know. Lindelof. You have fucking.
Yeah,
I just think you guys have been leaking goals with 2 really good defenders. So what happens? I think this is a match where we start to see a little bit of the rails, a little bit of the shit going off the rails, like we've been seeing in the cups, in the cup matches, and losing in the Champions League. There's the bus head. Yeah, that's from when my brother-in-law said Maguire has the turning radius of a bus in Times Square.
It's not
No, but I think Leicester are going to put in a performance. They've been bad this season. They've won some matches though, and I think they're going to play up and catch Man United out. I'm going to say 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
As Ben has brought up in comments, Lolo, about you clock watching.
I
do know you do have to jump off. So whenever you do, just shout me and.
Okay. I should actually probably hop off now. I've got a few minutes to spare, and I would like to go to Kyle's room and use the restroom. I mean,
Right,
Matt's room.
Matty's room.
Just
Matty's
quickly
room.
before
And
you
use
go
the
then,
restroom.
Lolo. Just throw me a score. Arsenal Palace.
Arsenal Palace 2-0. Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. Decent.
Yeah. And
Right, well-
I think Gabriel's going to get one of those goals, by the way.
Oh, hello. Well, thank you for coming on, mate.
Thank you, Lolo.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Well,
guys so much. If y'all want to hear about some fantasy football, my show is starting right now at 4 in a few minutes, and we'll be talking fantasy football and all that
Perfect.
nonsense.
I'll watch
And I
it
think
when I go to bed.
Okay, good.
We'll only be on
All
for
right,
another
guys.
sort of 5-10 ourselves, so we'll probably come and watch yours or straight after, mate.
All right, fellas. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you,
Top
Lolo.
man.
Yeah,
Thank
mate,
you,
thanks for
Lolo.
coming
Take care.
Hello, mate.
Nice one. What a legend. Yeah, so next in, Kyle, Leicester Man United. What's your score, mate?
I don't know. I want to be optimistic and say we win 2-1. We just nick it. But again, I'm going to go with Desmond.
You're going to go Desmond. Jesus. Confident then. Matty.
Yeah, this has got goals galore wrote over this. I think both defenses are just going to be leakage. I'm gonna go against what I was originally thinking. I'm gonna go 3-2 Leicester.
Ooh, what a game! I hope you're right.
I think Vardy's turning up, mate. He's turning up.
Having a party, mate.
Yeah.
Blue WKDs are on ice. Let's have some.
Yeah. And some bootcut jeans and some Lonsdales.
Did you hear the story? Before, I think it came out at the start of this season about when he was in non-league and he was drinking, what was it, it's like half a bottle of port or something?
Yeah, I read that.
Before the game, and then just going out there and bagging hat tricks for fun.
He looks like the sort of geezer that's in a rave at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he's just got a vest on with some shit rosary beads with those.
Yes.
With what are they called? Glow sticks.
Yeah.
With like
Mum and Dad tattooed down his forearm.
Sponsored by H. Samuel.
Love and hate on the fucking fish.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely dreadful.
The last one we're going to predict, as I just threw out to Lolo for his boys, same as you, Matty.
What did you go with the United game? Sorry, I didn't.
Oh, sorry, I didn't put mine in.
You haven't done it yet.
Leicester 2, Man United 1. I think it'd be quite a close game, but I just think they're going to have a bit more in front of
They're really due.
I think that due to turn up. I just think it could. Again, I think anyone can nick it 2-1. I don't think that's a hard game to call. So that's why
it is hard.
just sat on with the 2-2.
Yeah. I just think Vardy might have the X factor in that game. He loves upsetting the apple cart, doesn't he? And he's, I think it's made for him.
A nightmare to play against, and he's a fucking pest.
Yeah, I love it.
Quality player.
Simply the best.
And then last one, Arsenal Palace. We'll go with you first, Kyle.
Why?
Well, because you're top of the
One
league.
of us has got to go
It's
first, haven't we?
It's over the tree. I think I smell a Vieira shithouse here. Do you know that?
Oh, here we go.
Against Arsenal, it'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Should I go for the double Desmond here or what? I don't know.
Double Desmond, eh?
1-1.
1-1. Oh, Matty.
Yeah, they've made big strides under Vieira. I was impressed with them in the last game. They obviously
Disgusting.
I've got a bit of soft spot for them for a minute because they battered Spurs, so I was loving that. But yeah, it's tough to call. I think they'll score, but I think we'll nick it 2-1.
2-1.
I think Palace are playing better than you. I do. That's the problem.
Yeah, you know what? I think...
Well, Arteta's little grace period of beating Norwich and then fucking teams that have got no points or 1 point is over now. We've got some games coming up now. These are the sort of games where he needs to be winning. Still.
Palace ain't an easy game no more.
No,
not
the one. I'm not saying it's an easy game. I'm just saying at some point our attack has got to click because it hasn't clicked properly yet. Even against Spurs, you saw a little glimpse of what it's capable of, but it's not consistent at all. And the middle of the pitch still massively concerns me. Like as much I come on it every week and I slaughter the geezer, but I think we actually missed him against Brighton. Granit Xhaka.
Yeah.
Because Thomas Partey, I mean, I think he's a supremely gifted footballer. He's played well for Arsenal about fucking 4 times in a year.
He flatters to deceive for me.
I think I'm starting to think that way, and it's kind of. I don't want to say this, but yeah, I agree. He needs to. It's all right scoring 2 goals for Ghana in the week, but any chance you've been able to just hit the target for Arsenal or not?
Yeah.
He needs to get some consistency in his games. I still think we've got a massive problem in the middle of the pitch and at central striker.
Yeah,
and it needs to be sorted.
Talking to centre forwards, I think your Celtic boy might come and haunt you, just purely because you're linked to Celtic, Matty, and it would just be sod's law that Edouard comes and wins the game.
And Patrick Vieira as manager. Yeah.
And wins baller of the week.
Baller of the week.
All right. So we've got him winning baller, cleaning up, and Vieira's the boss.
So I'm gonna go with 2-1 to Palace. They've got a bit more going forward this year.
I wouldn't be ruling it out. It's a tough game to call this. It could literally go anywhere.
Yeah.
Conor Gallagher, Wilf Zaha performing well. Yeah, Edouard's hit the ground running. Do you know what I mean? I think Elise's come into the side and
I've gone draws in near enough all my games, you know. I've gone draw.
Boring, isn't you? That's why. But
I need to catch you up, so hopefully you do predict all draws and none of it happens.
Then all the best, mate. I'll see you on FIFA, mate, a bit later on, 100%. And just before we sort of end the episode, because no doubt most of the boys are going to jump over and watch Lolo's show. If you could just bring the league table up just for the current standings. In the predictor, this is where we sit at the moment. Don't take the piss too much, guys. Yeah, there's just no need for it.
I wasn't even going to mention it.
I am Newcastle. I'm just waiting for my takeover, mate. I need someone to come in and.
Ahead of you.
What?
Kyle's 20 points ahead of you.
It's all the exact scores, though.
Yeah, obviously.
I've not had one. They're 5 points. You get that? Yeah. That's where the 20's made up.
Huge, yeah.
Because he's got the exact same results as me. I just haven't any of them on the nose.
That's
killing me. That's my Halloween mask.
I'm a lip biter. I bite the inside of my mouth, but I'm just listening. It's my little comfort blanket.
Oh, that's a corker, that is. But yeah, hopefully I'll make some inroads. I should have to bring a rule in, really, because Greg and Dave, even though they text me their predictions, because they're not on, I don't think they should count. So I can at least catch them a little bit.
They lose 50% of the points or something.
Yeah, they'll probably still be ahead of me. Still be close. But yeah, so we'll bring it to a close there anyway, guys. Oh, that is superb. And yeah, if you all sort of continue to watch next Tuesday, same time, 9 p.m. We'll obviously be breaking down the games that we've just predicted on and going from there. And yeah, hopefully we get a few more guests on as well in the next sort of weeks coming up. We'll sort of try and bring people in, and I want to sort of line up a few specials for each of the clubs that we support, and maybe get a few people from fan channels of Leeds and the Scum, Arsenal, etc. And yeah, we'll go from there.
One day you say Man United. One day.
It's a hard one for me to say, mate, to be honest. But vomit comes out of my mouth if that's said.
When Cardiff sends, you'll have to say it.
No, behave. That ain't never going to happen, mate. But yeah, so thank you for everyone who's tuned in, and we'll see you same time next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching.